Hi, so I'm back again. I just wanted to touch briefly on the fourth wave volunteers. There's a new wave that's going to be coming in. We're preparing for this July and August. There is a fourth wave of volunteers coming in. These are beings, my camera's messing up, I apologize for that. These are beings that are assisting with the waves of energy that are coming in. We also have volunteers that will be leaving because their time has come to an end here. They have served out energetically what they came here to do. This is going to include loved ones, pets, friends. You will see an uptick in people that are leaving. It's a transition only, and it's a necessary thing. Everyone is here on loan. They're loaning their energy to the earth, and they're loaning their energy to one another to assist. So I did a post, and people wanted to know about what wave of volunteer they are. The majority are going to be second and third wave volunteers. Your first wave is your older volunteers, and you've seen a lot of them leave in the last 5 years. You hear talk of your rainbows, your indigos, and your crystal children. And as these waves of volunteers come in, they're making lives for themselves like we all do. We come here, we experience life, we wind up partnering with someone, and we produce children. So then you begin to have not just your rainbows and your indigos and your crystals, which represent your first, second, and third waves, but you start creating hybrids of these. You have a rainbow indigo child, or you have an indigo crystal child, or eventually you're in a third generation where you have a rainbow indigo crystal child. So you have a child who's embodying all of the traits of those indigos, of those rainbows, of those crystals. And that is an entirely different set of volunteer now. Not so much the volunteers that have come in, but the hybrids that were created. Someone referred to these as the white people. I don't see that term as what they're being called. These are simply hybrids. Each wave came in for a specific reason. When your first waivers came in, they had a lot of groundwork to cover. It was very, they were setting up that grid, the energetic grid. They set the foundation. You had your second waivers that came in. Your second waivers are the ones who started to make the waves. A lot of that could be seen with the 1970s, when you had your hippie movement, your peace and your love. That was your second waivers doing what they were there to do. They were there to challenge authority. They were there to shake things up. They were there to show love was the way. They brought in meditation techniques. They brought in spirituality. They brought in peace. They brought in higher understanding. That was their purpose. Then you had your third waivers come in, who kind of had a little bit easier because your first and second waves did all the groundwork and opened up the door to your subconscious. Your third waivers are continuing now to move and shake things up. They are changing the system because the system is outdated and no longer works. You have a fourth wave that's getting ready to come in. I came in on the tail end of the third wave as a walk-in. I was not born into this. I walked in. I am the higher version, the higher self version of the person that incarnated in this physical vessel. I came in to kind of pick up and carry the load for the person that was here. She had a difficult time dealing with the energy and the life lessons. So rather than waste a vessel, I came in to live out the rest of her physical life. So I brought with me a completely different set of understanding, which is why I reach out now to help others, to guide others. So your fourth wave of volunteers are going to be doing the same thing. They're bringing in with them new knowledge, new technology. You will see more technology being released now. Our consciousness is getting to the point where we're going to be able to accept that these technologies have been with us for a very long time, but our collective was not ready to see them and to use them. They were suppressed from us, but they're going to be released because you've got your volunteers in there that are still moving and shaking things. People talk about disclosure, and there are many, many forms of disclosure. However, that gets a little bit off topic. So your waves of volunteers. Typically, your third wave of volunteers is going to involve the younger crowd because it is a newer volunteer. You've got people in your 20s and your 30s who are second wave volunteers. But that extends also into your 40s. It just depends what time you came in. Your entrance here, if you came in at the beginning of the wave, it could well have been an entire year or more before the end of the wave came in. It's not really so much about what wave you came in. It's about what you're here to do. And you're here to bring your energy, yourself. There's not always going to be something you need to do. You don't need to look for things to do. Your presence is anchoring that energy in. You have what is called a personal vortex, and that is the seat of your energy and your power. That's what you're here for. You're bringing that with you, and that will exude from you regardless of what you do. Now, the health of that energy is up to you. If you're maintaining that energy, then you are providing your service. If you're not, you know you're not, you feel you're not, and you need to change that. Do what you came here to do. So I just wanted to let everyone know it's not about the wave of volunteer that you came in on. It's about the job you came here to do. So I can only say that with this fourth wave of volunteers that are getting ready to come in, it's going to be amazing. They're really going to shake things up. They're really going to bring a lot of technology in. They're going to bring a lot of enlightenment in. Things that have been misunderstood for a long time are going to be cleared up. Our history is super important. Our galactic history is our history. Our Earth history is incorrect. All of that will change for us on this fourth wave of volunteers coming in. So again, be prepared for those that are leaving. You're going to see this in July and August. And as I said, a lot of people are going to say goodbye to their pets. They were only here to support us for a short time. So love them and nourish them and cherish them while you have them. And those volunteers that are leaving, thank them for the job that they did and let them return back to their homes. Our fourth wave coming in, welcome them with open arms. Support one another. We're getting out of the energy of blaming one another and of not having that love. We've worked so hard on ourselves and our self-love that it's time to start embracing one another again. Reconnect. Get those fibers of our universe back together, because once we make those connections, we all rise. We all support one another. Your brothers and sisters that host channels that are clearly way showers and light workers, support them, even if it's just liking a video. You don't have to go to their website and follow everything they do. Just support them and work with them. Be willing to reach out more, to put yourself out there and connect with these people that are trying so hard to help one another. So whether you're a first waver, second waver, third waver, or a fourth getting ready to leave, or fourth getting ready to walk in, it's about love right now. It's about unity. And we are changing that right now in our universe from self-love back to oneness. So we're getting back to that oneness. And oneness involves reaching out. Put yourself out there, get out of that comfort zone. So to you fourth wavers that are walking out, I'm here for support. I came here as a walk-in. I came here as a coach for walk-ins and walkouts. I'm here if you need me. Just let me know. Peace.